Biblically, the year doesn't begin with the sound of fireworks, but being that it is also a new moon day, it does begin with the sound of a trumpet. For the biblical New Year, we look to the sky for a sliver of light, the first light, and we look to the field and observe if the barley is ready. Time in the beginning was never mechanical. It was alive and observable. The year begins when something in you comes back to life. When you are seeking a new set of eyes, the barley has a fresh set of ears. That's a beep. Or green ears, the biblical New Year. Those green ears are the signal. Barley breaks through the ground while it is still vulnerable, and that is a reminder that you don't need to be finished to start again. But it's not just that barley rises early, it's that barley is humble. It is the poor man's bread compared to wheat. It's the overlooked grain and what you survive on, not celebrate with. Still, Yah chooses to mark time with barley. He doesn't choose the richest person, the popular person. Just like he chooses barley, he chooses the humble person, the overlooked person. The biblical New Year begins, and Passover isn't too far behind. This marks a time of deliverance and restoration. With the biblical New Year, we don't need a resolution. We have a promise. Barley is a symbol that after winter, something in you can still rise. It's a reminder to remove pride and all that displeases Yah. Remember, barley is humble, and it's that small part of you that survived the winter. The part of you that emerges in the biblical New Year fresh. Even with that, you can see how Yah's New Year is set apart from the Western New Year. In the West, it's New Year, new me, but by what standard? Yah's New Year is a renewed you that results in you cleansing, removing what doesn't belong, and preparing your house. It's his standard of humility. Barley is humble in all it represents. All throughout Scripture, barley is connected with hope, promise, and provision. Messiah fed the 5,000 with loaves of barley. Even medicinally, its medicinal value is quite humble. Barley supports the body by calming inflammation in the throat, the gut, and the skin. It's nourishing, gentle, and healing. Yah loves herbs. He gave them to us for our medicine. And herbs aren't just medicine. They are also symbolic. And barley, being nourishing, gentle, healing, and humble, is the perfect symbol for the biblical New Year. The biblical New Year that also rings in Passover, the Feast of Unleavened Bread, and Day of First Fruits. Death, burial, and new life. So if the last cycle had you in shambles, a new one begins. Release, cleanse, restore.